The WeDo app has a fantastic feature built in. This is called the documentation tool. Let's have a look at how to use it and, more importantly, how this can help your students tell their story. Let's look then at how the documentation tool that's built into the WeDo app can be an effective way of capturing the learning process, of evidencing that learning, and more importantly, of giving the students the tools and the right opportunities to tell the story of their learning. So you can see that I've created a little program here in my app, and this is actually going to control a model of a fan that I've built. If I look in the top corner of my app, in the top left hand corner, that fourth icon along, the camera icon, will, if I tap it, open up my camera inside my app. So it doesn't go out to the camera application, it just opens the lens right inside the app, and you can see my fan model that I've built right there. Next to the camera icon you can see three circular icons, and the one that's lined in blue is the photograph icon. So if I just tap the yellow button, you can see that a photograph has been taken of my model, and that's just gone straight into my camera roll. If I tap the circular icon next to the photo icon, that allows me to take video, and this is incredibly helpful and incredibly useful when students are evidencing their learning. So all I'm going to do is to start my program, and you can see there it's waiting for something to move towards the motion sensor in order to activate the motor. I'm going to start the video, and I can see in the top right hand corner of my video window that the counter has started. And all I'm going to do is just bring in my mini Milo into the picture to move in front of my fan. There it is working, and if I move away, my fan will stop. I'm in a loop, so and I can just stop my video by pressing that yellow button again, and that's captured my video and again put it into my camera roll. There's a third icon there too, and if I give that a tap, this is the one that I find the most useful. This allows me to take a screenshot of my programming, again simply by tapping the yellow button. So now I've captured all of that media that I need in order to use that in my documentation tool. So let's move on to that now. The icon just to the right of the camera icon, you can see a pencil. If I give that a tap, this takes me straight to my documentation tool. Now the first thing I see on there are three icons. The blue one will allow me to insert pictures, orange icon will allow me to insert video, and the green icon will allow me to start to insert text and to start typing my thoughts and my findings and my ideas. So let's give that a tap first. I get a very simple text editor up at the top. I'm going to choose a nice big font, put it right in the middle, and I'm going to call this my fan model. As soon as I'm happy with that, I can just take away my keyboard, and you can see that my title has gone straight into this first page of my documentation tool. Just to the right of my pen and paper you can see an add sign, so if I give that a tap, this has added a second page. And what I'm going to do here is choose a different page layout. Next to the add sign you can see those 6 grey dots. If I give that a tap, I get a choice of layout. So I'm going to choose this one on the bottom right, and you can see now that I have 3 boxes in which I can start to insert some media. So in this first box I'm just going to put in there a photograph of my fan. You can see all my other photos there as well. In the one below it, I think I'm going to put another photograph, this time of my program, of my screenshot. And in the third box, the big box there, I'm going to pop in the video of my fan. And there we go, I just tap use. It compresses that. Obviously the longer the video, the longer the compression. And there it is inside my documentation tool. Let's just make sure it works. Give it a tap. And fantastic. Okay, so you can see there's page 1, there's page 2, and how this starts to build up into a really fantastic evidence base of the learning journey of your student. And it gives them something meaningful to refer to when they come to present their findings to the rest of the class. Right at the end of this documentation tool tab, you can see a little export symbol. So if I tap that, I've got some options here of how I might want to export my documentation. The first icon there, the blue one, will export everything as images, and the second icon will export the whole thing as a PDF. And depending on what system you're using, you'll be able to save that PDF document into your preferred app or your preferred folder. So that's the documentation tool. I hope you found that useful.